All right, we're working on the in the cab winch wiring. So far, what I've done is I've taken out the center console. Very easy. Actually, way easier than I thought it was going to be. It's basically just a few. Once you get the top part off, which is just a matter of removing the shift knob and then yanking up. It's just clipped in, and that's like the part with the cup holder and the emergency brake boot, and that, like I said, just comes up. Then from here is just a few screws and bolts, and then just comes right up. The front part and the back part separate. They kind of, the back part sits on these pins, and if you just kind of rock it back a little bit, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It can come up as one piece, but it is infinitely easier to separate it. And then there's two nuts down in the center console under the carpet, or not nuts, bolts, 10mm bolts, and that's all it holds the back part on. And then this, it slides back. You can see these hooks right here that hook into the, I guess it's the frame or the top. Yeah, it's the top part of the center stack, and that's it, man. And it comes right out. Okay, and then what we need to do is I have what is the where the wireless charger goes for some of the upper level trims. The lower level trims does not have that, and it just has a small cubby. I've gotten that, and it comes with, or at least I couldn't find any way just to order the little cubby part, but it comes with this center section. Not sure if they're different yet. I'm about ready to go and check to see if the center section is different for the wireless chargers compared to the center section for the non-wireless charger. And then I ordered, and I'll show that later, there is a switch panel that fits down into that little cubby there. It requires like a little bit of drilling, and I mean a little bit. And it holds 6, I guess, the Carling sized switches. And that's what, it only fits into the SR5 cubby. So that's what I've got. And I'm going to go and switch them out for right now. And step 2 for me is probably going to be to run the wiring into the cab, which is not happening today. As you can see, it is raining like shit, and I am doing multiple projects at the same time. So I'm just going to do as much as I can today, and I will splice all this together. So, get in your time machines, and we'll see what happens. Alright, we are back in the garage, and, sorry, I'm messing. So, I've got the center sections from both, and they look exactly the same. I do see this center piece here, but it looks like it's intended to pop out. Just more of like a manufacturing thing. Doesn't look any taller. Okay. Interesting. It might be a little taller, but I'm going to have to look at that. I may, because, yeah, it doesn't look like that. It looks like I may still have to use the other one. And that's also I'm sitting on a hood, so it tilts. So, let's see here. Yeah, they're the same. They look the same, exactly the same. Okay, so, yeah, there it is. So I'm going to put the new switch panel in here. Shouldn't take long. It's about 6 screws, and I will be right back. All right, there we go. That is my old one, so yeah, it fits perfectly. I'm not putting it in all the way because there's a small gap back in here I'm going to fill in, and I got like a little bit of edge trim I'm just going to put back there to keep crap from falling down there. And I will recommend, if you do take this route, this is the hole I drilled for the wiring to come through. You're better off. You can see that it comes to that little middle rib there. Go a little bit lower than that. I'll show you why. You can't see it, of course. the very top edge, you can kind of see the light coming through. The very top edge of that hole is visible, barely. So if you just move it, and I'm like, you know, a hair, you should be okay. So I have not run the wiring into the cab, so I really can't do anything further with this. And I am not running the wire into the cab because it's still a nightmare out here. So we will stand by on this, and I will continue to work on some of the things other things I am working on. Alrighty. I will say, all in all, sorry, not bad. You do have a little space up here still to place things. I never placed anything down there. A wireless charger, I was afraid. I mean, even though I had it turned off, I was afraid of it shorting out, and I highly doubt anything would happen. But I just never did. And I never used the wireless charger. I thought it was the greatest thing in the truck when I first got it, and then as I continued to drive it, I realized it was worthless. It's slow. The phone gets super hot. The pad gets super hot, and as illegal as it may be, we still do mess with our phones and traffic and whatnot. So, and having it down there was just dumb. So, see that, you know, your usage may vary, but that's where I stood. On to work. Okay, I got this part done. And, well, I'll get this part of the project done. So this is half of it. You can see, lights up. This charge over here is not wired in yet. So you have the master for the winch, and then the in and out. And then this is just a little voltmeter in the middle and two USB chargers. I just did it to fill the hole, really. I don't necessarily need it. Just to recap, because I honestly do not know what I have said and what I haven't said. This is the SR cubby without the wireless charger. So if you do this, you're going to have to remove your wireless charger. I'm pretty sure I said this, thought it was cool, found out, not so much. I just do it off of USB. So wireless charger is gone. You'll see the button is gone. If you are watching my videos, you'll know that the radio is another project. Hit some snags on that. Nothing major, just some parts that were they're wrong. How about that? So again, SR cubby. This is from Shapeways. It's a 3D printed thing. And you do still have a little bit of space up there. I don't know, what, pack of cigarettes maybe? Yeah, good enough. I will say, when you do run the wires in here, leave some length. I did it to about, where the emergency brake was when the console was off. Because you're going to need it. Because you have to run the wires into the cubby and then wire it up to the switches, and then put the switch holder back and screw it to the cubby. Another thing about the cubby, the switch panel from Shapeways, from Switch Tech, S-Tech, whatever the hell their name is. You'll figure it out. It does not come with screws for the sides. They are M3. You can pretty much get away with any length. They don't back into anything. Worked out great. So that's it, man. All I gotta do is hook it up to the winch. I'm not gonna do any of the wiring simply because, as I discovered doing research for this, winches are different. I have a Smitty built, so you can run 3 or 4 wires depending on if you want to run the ground up to here. I did, just simply because it's from the battery. So for Smitty built winches, you can do 3 to 4 wires. You have 1 wire for in, 1 wire for out, 1 for the power for 12 volt, and then a ground if you prefer, or if you make that your option. I got it out there. I haven't hooked it to the winch yet. The wires run. I'm waiting to hook it up to the winch for something else, because I have to pull my bumper to do some other things. I will say fuse the main power here. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but I am going to fuse it. And that's it, man. It's pretty easy. It was just, I think the biggest thing for me was sourcing the stuff. And I've done all that work too. The switches came from I can never remember this place. It's OTRA something something something. If you just do OTRA switches, it'll come up. This is just your regular on-off switch, momentary on for both ends. That'll depend on what kind of winch you have. That's a single pull, single throw switch. For some other winches, it was double pull, double throw. So again, you're gonna have to do your little research. But I mean, other than me taking forever and having other projects kind of waiting on this, it wasn't super horrible. And I made like a wire harness and everything for it, and like put it in the wire braid and all that crap so it looked pretty. And if you have any questions, always post below. I'm pretty quick about answering. I think when I get this all done, this should be a pretty cool project where I can run my winch from inside the cab. You know, just control the truck, a little bit of laziness and convenience, and I still have room for 3 more Carling style switches. No idea, maybe a locker at some point. I don't know, maybe more lights. I definitely don't need any more lights. I've got lights upon lights. So there you go. Enjoy. Happy modding.